Thank you.
That's right, please. By the way, happy New Month, everybody.
Yeah, happy new month to you too.
Let's all have some prayer.
Amen. Thank you very much for that. This roll is quite empty. Can you guys come forward, please? Ma'am, is it possible? Please come forward. Okay. Can we have who we are, please, on the screen? Okay, so the reason why we do this every time is so that we don't forget, because it's easy to forget. And so we try to reiterate this every time we meet so that it's part of us. Now, who we are, our vision. Our vision is to become a universal instrument that influences and models value creation and human development. That's why we are here. We are here to develop ourselves. And we know that in this world, we need to develop ourselves. Right or right? Right, so we need to, and that's why we're here. That's one of our visions. So each time we meet, we're here to develop ourselves. We're here to develop our mind, right? Because the mind is who we are, right? So we're here to do that. Now, what's our mission? Our mission is to educate, to inspire, and expose the mind of people to vital truths through deliberate experimental teaching, knowledge sharing, and mentoring. We are here to experiment. We're not just teaching. After teaching, do we go out to experiment it? Is it a part of us? Or we're just here to just learn? We're not here to just learn. We're here to also go and experiment it outside. So people outside are supposed to know that there's something different about you, right? So we are Standout. Standout what? Redefining. We are redefining standards. I mean, we're not using the standard of the world. Our standard is actually different. And that's what we do here as, Standouts. Now, what's our motto? Everyone, can we say it together? One more time. Okay, so if today is not your first time, I want to do something. If today is not your first time, please can I see your hands up? Today is not your first time. Please raise it well. Be proud that this is not your first time. I mean, yes, nice. So I'm just going to ask one or two persons that have raised their hands up to briefly, there's a reason why you keep coming back to Standout. If you don't get value, you will not be here again, right? Now, so just a few persons, one or two or three persons, just share with us what you've actually, used with the information that you've gotten from here. How have you put that into practice in your business, in your life, in anything? It doesn't need to be too long, just short words, one or two. I saw the people that raised their hands. So. Yes, please. Thank you.
Good everyone. My name is Smith Okocha. So why I keep coming to Standout is that Mr. Patrick have been able to challenge the narratives, right? In terms of work, in terms of activities, what have you, right? So that makes. So that's the reason why I keep coming here, and I see Mr. Patrick as an inspiration, right? So he's somebody I look up to, and even the way his mindset, the way he thinks, the way he talks, you want to listen to Mr. Patrick all the time. I don't get tired of listening to him. Thank you.
I like that he said Dr. Patrick is an inspiration. Who can agree with that? Who agrees with that? Who agrees with that? Dr. Patrick does not inspire people. It does. Please respond. Thank you. Who wants to share again? Another person. Yes, I know. You know I'm coming to you. Thank you, sir.
Standout. Distinguished brothers and sisters, I'm here because I'm always inspired to listen to Papa Patrick. And whenever Papa Patrick is speaking, I retrospect back when I was seriously in church and see that there is something more unique than what I've been getting from the church. That is why I call this place Christianity Plus. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for him. He said Christianity Plus. I love that. I love that because, I mean, most of his, not most, if not all of everything he teaches from the Bible, right? So he tries to practice and tries to teach us how to put the word into practice. There's one thing I really love that Dr. Patrick does is how he breaks down the scripture. When he does that, you'll be like, is this not the same Bible I used to read? Why am I not seeing this, right? Anybody wants to share? One more person? Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Standout. Why I keep coming is that I saw a man that I saw leadership with an example. It's not the one, whatever thing Dr. Patrick teaches you, you see it in him. You see him practicing it. And the world is tired of just talking. They want to see that thing you are teaching inside of you. So that is why I keep coming, because his life is also challenging my own life. Praise God.
Thank you so much, ma, for sharing. So now we'll just, connect. Some persons are coming for the first time. I'm seeing some persons' faces for the first time, and I'm sure you're also seeing them for the first time. So please, we want to network. Don't go to somebody that you know. Stand from your seat. Go to somebody that you like their. You can like the face and not like the face of anyone. That should not be the reason why you should go to them. But anyway, please just network. Please. Now. Can I get to meet you? Can I get to know you? We have 5 minutes for that. Please collect numbers. It's very important. There's someone here. Sister, please let me connect you with somebody if you don't want to connect yourself. There's a brother behind you. Please. See? I'm really enjoying this networking session. Okay, I'm sure we're rounding off, right? All right. Thank you. Una no one talk finish. Thank you. All right, can we be seated, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, like, you would even want it to end, right? But then you were finding it difficult to stand in the first place. I know, no mind me. All right, thank you so much for participating in that. I'm sure you got a few things from a few persons. My usual me, I'll just say come out and share, but I don't want to do that. Let me just keep that together today. Okay, sorry, my dear. Yeah, come, let me start with you. Please come. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for Alex as she comes forward. That kind of clap. If they clap for you like that, you will like him. Just tell us a few things. Church, praise the Lord. Stand out. Stand out.
Okay, I met beautiful, amazing people. So I'll tell you their name and what they do. The phone number you'll get from them later. So I met Madam Winnie, she's from Rivers State. She registers businesses. She works under a lawyer. So that means if you have a case, you can start with connecting with her. And you will not pay for consultation when you get to see her boss. I also met Mr. Wisdom. I got it right. He's from Calabar in Rivers State, and he's a tailor. He makes beautiful outfits. This is the second time of coming to Standout. And then I also met Pastor Ijoma. Am I correct, ma? Yeah, she's a pastor. She's a woman of God. So you can connect with her. And then one of the people I met just ran about. I'll tell you, when you see her, you will know. She is Madam Ima Bong. She's an architect. And she's from Akwa Ibom, of course. And then I also met Madam Angela. She's a businesswoman. So, and then I also met Esther, my runaway love. She's into the whole fintech stuff, so you could connect with her if you're into the whole technology space. Thank you very much. My name is Alexander Comfort. Wouldn't you love to meet me?
I love it. You really prepared for us today. Thank you so much for being so intentional with that. So the next thing we'll be doing now is book review. And I did not read, well, I've started, but I'm not finished. I'm still going to finish somehow. Yeah, so I really love this book of the month because thinking, when you think, it depends on how you think, depends on whether you grow or not. And so our thinking is very important. And so we would be reviewing the book, How Successful People Think. I wanted to say listen and be blessed, but anyway, listen and be blessed. Please welcome Amaka. She handle that session. Please put your hands together for her. Yeah. I love the way she's dressed today. Yeah, Isokwa. The floor is yours, girl.
Thank you. Stand out. What's our theme for today? At least this one will show that I'm dedicated to stand out. Shaving. So, good to see you all. Happy new month of July. It's my pleasure to be here again and to see our beautiful faces. Don't mind my outfit, though. It's not a uniform. I'm coming from church. I'm an Anglican, and we're having our women convention, which I'm also part of. So I had to sneak out to share fellowship with us. And of course, to glean. Standout is one of the well I drink from. You know what thirst does to someone. If you don't drink water when you're thirsty, it reduces your performance. So that I will not have a very demanding month of July. I need to glean the wisdom for the month of July. If you follow the trend, you know that for every month, we have a lesson. We talk about the book. You get to meet people. And of course, you get one or two things that will carry you through and navigate that month. That's why I don't like to miss Standout. Against all odds. Last month, some of us came here under the rain. You could have chosen the comfort of your home. At least use that as watch. But there's a reason why we do the extra. Not because of anything, not even the human applause, but we know the benefits it does to us. It's like someone that goes to church. You know what the word does to you. So regardless of what they say or preach outside against the faith, you are neck bound that this is my faith and I will contend for it. So having said that, welcome to July edition. Last month we had a beautiful time talking about master your focus. And I want to believe that we've been doing justice in that aspect of our life. We've been able to distill distractions and focusing on what is most important. And we had introduced that the book for this month is How Successful People Think. How many of us read the book? Let me just keep a smiling face. How many of us read? I'm seeing one hand. How many of us read? There's no penalty, but of course your conscience will do the judgment. Because if you've read the book, you will hold this mic like I'm holding it. I mean, it's a honor. You know, Standout is a global stage. Somebody might just be scrolling. You know how you scroll and you see NSPPD? You now see your friend's picture or your friend pop up. Don't you call that person and say, so you are 10 streams of joy. So imagine someone scrolling social media and Standout pops up and then they see me holding mic. They will call me, baby, I saw you. So you're a big girl. It's something to pride about. You don't the envy person for you. You don't want to stand and talk about the book or something. Read. Do yourself the honor, read. So that tomorrow you're not come and say, every month I used to see this girl. Wait himself, no let her they read. Yes. If you want to, read. You enter. You are not even challenged. You're taking it lightly. I'm serious. Okay, how many of us read the book? 2, 3. No, you don't have to. You know, I've told us the medicine about book now. I have a new friend. You know the thing we're reading. Some of us grew up with that culture of reading. So somehow it's already there, default. Whether you are reading to understand, though, whether you know how some people are just used to something, so they just do it. It's a ritual, so to say. Like some people go to church, it's a ritual. Today na Sunday, man, no just day house. Then there are people that maximize that ritual. They now get intentional. Why am I even doing this? So when you start reading, it's not magic. You see how small and pocket-friendly this book is. It takes some people 3 months. Some people will finish it on one sitting. Same thing as the Bible. 50 years in faith. Some people have not finished the Bible cover to cover. But somebody that just repented 2 months ago will tell you, I've done cover to cover. You understand? So you don't need to be hard on yourself, especially because you're not reading for the sole purpose of review of this thing we are doing. What if we came today and there is no time for review? Will you now say, I even waste time, read that book? No. You're reading for your self-development, right? So the message you need might just be that chapter you read. That might just be what will bring you out of the struggle or the fix where you are. So don't be hard on yourself. You read to a point. Are you practicing what you've read? Praise. Standout. Thank you. Okay, I didn't plan this, but while we are doing this, media, please give us Philippians 4 verse 8. One of the persons that was talking about Standout made mention of how we glean from the Word of God. It's not a charity group. We are not running on Dr. Patrick's ideology or what he feels or thinks about life. He's not a philosopher. You know how people woe people to themselves. He brings us first to his source, which is God, right? So we are unashamed Christians here. I didn't think of this when I was reading this book. It happened here on stage. Please give us Philippians 4:8. Then we'll talk about this book. How successful people think. My father would say, if you want to know if somebody is wise, don't look at their appearance. Don't look at their comportment, steeze and composure. Wait till they talk. When the person open mouth talk, you will now know if the person is wise or not. Please, let's read together. I'm not John C. Maxwell, but because reading makes you vast and it helps you your own thinking. But please put it back. If I'm going to do a revised edition of this book, it will be anchored on this particular scripture. If you want to know how successful people think, they think of things that are true. They are not imaginative thinkers. They think of true things. They think of things that are honest. They think of things that are just, not to undo or get to anybody. They think of things that are pure. Blessed are the pure in heart. They think of things that are lovely. You know what love is and what love does, and how we're expected to act if we've made contact with love. They think of things that are of good report, that if someone hears of it, that's a wise man. That person is wise. That's true success. True success is not an accumulation of wealth or physical possession. We know where our riches are, especially as Christians. And they think of things that are virtuous, not vices. They think of virtuous things. And this book somehow scratched these things. I don't know if Dr. Patrick, I've met him. Is he a Christian? I don't know, but they think of things that are virtuous. So you see, the Holy Spirit inspired this book. And then if there's anything that is worthy of praise, the scripture says, think of these things. How do successful people think? From the aspect you read, what can you get from it?
Standout. Okay, thank you for this opportunity. This book is, to me, is a way of encouraging us to look at the way we think and the results we get at the end of the thinking. So it's not just about thinking, it's about the results that you get at the end of the thinking. So to me, it started with the journey of letting us know how to think, which is more of what you said in your opening, is those things that you think that is ideal and is good. There are things in your own innermost time or quiet time, something can just pop up that you know that in your mind, this thing didn't just happen. It's a conclusion of reflection. So he's saying that when you have such ideas or when you have such plan, put it in writing and also expand it to a process. And while doing that, you should also be sincere with your thinking. Don't overburden it. When you see that those thinking is not maybe outside what you believe or what you have known before, you should also challenge it. So it's not just say, oh, I've been thinking this way, I've been doing that way, the other way. But at a point, you need to also look at it from wider or bigger picture. And again, it gave us also a parameter for you to check those you're thinking, if actually you are getting it. So the thinking is talking about is holistic. So what did you get at the end of the thinking? Did you get problem instead of potentials? Did you get frustration instead of fulfillment? Do you get grief instead of growth? So these 3 parameters, you need to check what you are getting. So if you are getting problems instead of fulfillment, if you are getting frustration, if you are getting problems instead of potentials, if you are getting frustration instead of fulfillment, if you are getting grief instead of growth, then check your thinking. Check the people around you. Check the place where you are. Also check your plans. If your plans are not matching reality, maybe you are thinking, you are making plans, but your plans are not matching reality. Check the place where you are doing the thinking, your environment. So he concluded that if you are thinking with right people, starting with yourself, and then you are in a right environment, and you have a right plan, you will have a right result. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So at the end of every of your thought process, if you are aggrieved instead of experiencing a level of growth, then you've not thought right, or your strategy isn't right. So there is something wrong in that process, and you have to check it. And one key thing we can take from what our sister has said is that every successful thinker, what he or she brings to the table is value. There is no confusion about it. If a successful person, permit me to use the word, a wise person is speaking, what comes up is value. The discussion is tilted towards improvement, towards growth, towards expansion. There is nothing demeaning. At the end of the day, this whole thing is still taking us back to Philippians 4, verse 8. Chizaram, Stephen. Not to recite, Auntie, not be to recite, about the book.
Okay. So, how successful people think. Let's start with the story of GIGO, which is garbage in and garbage out. So, thinking is all about what you put. It's like a computer. What you put into the computer is what you get back. So, what you think of on daily basis is what you get in return. So, the question is, how do successful people think? So I have, number one, they have a very big picture of their expectation, what they are looking up to. 2, they are very realistic with their thinking. They don't just think, they know what they are going for. 3, they are creative. They don't just follow the particular way of doing something. They devise so many means to achieve what they want. They also reflect on what they are thinking. At a certain point, they pause and they ask questions. They evaluate and get feedback. To them, feedback is not a problem. Feedback is a way of growth to them. They also focus on their thinking. And if there is any means they deviate from their thinking, they have a way of returning back to the track. They also share thinking. They learn from other thinkers that are ahead of them. They ask questions, they evaluate, they check to know the area they are really doing well and the area they are not doing well. So successful people or successful thinkers expose themselves. It will interest you to know that the world is going into digital every day. So instead of you saying, I don't know how to meet John C. Maxwell, you can actually go to the internet and search about him, learn from him at your own comfort zone. And yes, then successful people, they also choose time, they prioritize themselves, they know when to read and when not to read, and when to think and when not to think. So they have plans on how to achieve all that. So I will conclude my easy presentation by saying, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So one of the things I can say with her contribution is that successful thinkers don't dwell in isolation. There is the beauty of shared thinking. You know how billionaires work? Do you know how billionaires work? Nobody answer. My co-billionaires. Dr. Patrick, you know how we work, right? Haba. there are some thoughts or ideas that come into your mind, and immediately you pick up your phone and you're calling someone with shared value. Do you understand? Okay. That's how successful people think, because there is no successful thinker that dwells in isolation. You might have the thoughts, but you need someone to help you with the strategy for execution. There are many big dreams that it's not the people running it that own it, so to say. So they don't dwell in isolation. Oh, I have this thought. You have the capacity. You have the facility. Let's put it in place. And these are the strategies that come into place. That is why you see that the rich will always want to associate with the rich, because they know how to transfer their values, transfer their monies. So if you're a successful thinker, you have value that you bring to the table, and you are always on the go, because you are the one carrying the value. And you know what success does. You know what value does. It amplifies you. It gives you a beauty that even criticism cannot dim. So it's not about whether you like the person or not. The value is the force of attraction, and that you hold on to. Stand out. Another thing about successful thinkers is that they challenge status quo, and there I give it to stand out. I was discussing with one of my standouts colleague here within the week. I just greeted him, and he said, "Upbeat morning to you." So, good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. So, I was going to tell Dr. Patrick, but the person learned it from Dr. Patrick. So, understand the uniqueness. It's not the regular. There's nothing wrong with going outside what the people are used to. That's what makes you valuable. Imagine, I've said it now. Imagine I didn't say that, and I woke up and I'm like, "Upbeat morning, everybody." You'll be like, "Wow, this girl no book." Oh. So, you challenge what is there. You know its value. And life is progressive. Remember, grief, it does not bring grief, it brings growth. Growth is progressive. So you are not expected to remain the same way. So now you can go on to your place of work, your various places. When you want to greet, instead of saying good morning, you just walk into that room. Upbeat morning, everyone. That's how successful people think. It already sets you in a pace for excellence. And that is what Standout does, challenging status quo. I don't have a problem with what people are doing, but must it be done this way? Can it not be done better? Do you understand? That is why you change things. That is why the same clothes you wear, when you want to wear it again, you mix. Say, no, let this one be here. Let me change with blue. You are innovating. You are just trying to exchange value. And these things make you successful at the end of the day. I want to give Esther the opportunity to say your take home from the book. I'm calling you because she was the person that signified that she wants someone to follow her up. She wants to read, but she needs encouragement. So I want to be sure that I watered this plant well. So far, so good. How far? How successful people think. You don't need to be perfect. Just do you.
Right. So I was always stand out. Thank you so much, Madam Amaka. Thank you, Dr. Patrick. I got to know you from Abao. It's from Abao I traced you down. I stay in Obibo, yes. The leadership program. We actually did a leadership program in Abba. When you spoke, I said, I must find this man wherever he is. I'm following him. And then lucky enough, he's in Port Harcourt. Well, I'm not in Port Harcourt town, but I'm in Obibo. I will still find him. I'll come. So, I know that I must tap from that thing. That well I saw. There is more from it, and I will get it. And then meeting someone like Madam Amaka, she's really a good thinker. And I'm like, the way she came easily first, I'm like, this... Yes, that is the thing that even me the way she came, when I cried out in the group, she didn't try to make it difficult because she's going to render value to me, and that is actually what is even making me want to push and keep coming and trying. I've also been having health challenges. She knows about it up and down, and it's been affecting a lot. But I'm like, if someone has volunteered herself, then I will just try the little, the way I can, for her to reach out to me, and then for us to. She's just a very good thinker. She has really pushed me. Maybe without her, I still have not finished the book. I haven't finished the book, but so far so good. I would say the thing about this book is more like what we already know, that mindset is what sets you on a different path to life. That is how we know it. The regular is mindset. And but the way he has put it is how successful people think. So he's trying to say that if you must be successful, because we are in a world where everyone is looking for success by all means, and then they are missing out on the very basics of it, which is first your mindset. And we are seeing a lot on the internet. We are seeing the Olodo uprising and we are not in that category. I mean, if you're going by what we have here and then by this book, if you have a good mindset and you have a community of people, which is what I'm trying to do now, then you're already on the path to success. That's already a step ahead on your way to success, because like she has already said, you don't live in isolation. You don't try. I'm struggling with reading this book. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with that. But I know that reaching out would help me, make a step forward and get something better. Basically, I'm sorry I may not go word for word the way it is, but this is what has happened to me with all of the experience, trying to read the book, trying to get the community, trying to meet the wonderful people here in Standout.
Thank you very much, Esther. So the key takeaway for the book is that it's not too late. You're as good as your thoughts. We all know that. You can't go beyond the books you read, the things you think about, and the people you relate with. So, about what?
What kind of word do you think? Because it's a creative word, it's a destructive word. So when we read a book, we don't stay on that book, we amplify the book. Yeah. Because the essence of reading the book is to bring out context, advance the book. Right? So do you know that we can be more than John Maxwell? Yeah. Sure. He has given us a basis to think, but that's not the standard. And that's why we keep refining the standard. So it means that when we read this kind of book, check it as well too. You know, one of the things that creates success, people seek for success. And you think like you're a seeker. And seeker is distance. Right? Every time you're seeking is distance. Right? So it keep going further. Think, I'm a success. What this book did not tell you, think from your identity. Yeah. If I say I want to be healed, I can't be healed because that's not my identity. I think as a healer who heals. What does a healer do? Eh? He heals. Come on, give me. What does he do? He heals, right? So should I be thinking as I want to be healed or I'm a healer? I'm a healer. If you don't think from this state, you can't create anything. Can I break it down? Every day I come up, let me explain. I was in the kitchen washing plate and all that. Do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking like a leader. What does leader do? Leader bring order. So I'm bringing order to kitchen. I'm not saying I seek to be a leader. So I was leading the kitchen to order because there was disorder. I want us to know that successful thinking are not seeker of success. They are success to think like successful people. Don't go away with that. Even when we talk about trying, how do you feel when I say I'm trying? Indecision. You're thinking as indecision. I am. That's firmness. That is what it is. So let's do a practical thing this week, right? Think about all the wrong thing that you can do. Think about all the wrong thing. Think about it. Next week, think about all the good thing. Focus on it. Check the result. It's not funfair. We were 18 in our house. Everybody was thinking survival. Right? 18. 17 were thinking about survival. You know what I was thinking? Sustainability. And those people are still in the survival mode. This book, when we read book, we can't stop at the author. You know what we need to do? We need to advance the author. Who is the next author? Me. That's what it means. Improving on that book. So you become the reference point to another person to look at your own book. That's why some people have been on this standout. They have not seen standout in their life. Because they don't think standout. What is standout? Different. Think differently. You achieve a different result. Think the same way like every other person think. Think Nigeria is bad. What do you get? Bad Nigeria. Think Nigeria is good. Some of you will say, what is good about Nigeria? So it's not Nigeria that is giving you the badness. It is your thought as a man thinketh. So the question is, have you been able to do what they call aligned thinking? What is aligned thinking? I wake up every day, I have an aligned thinking. What I think about BBG. Betterment. Means it is forbidden that I'm the same person. So if you are judging me 3 years ago of the story you heard about me, that's the old self. Because this person has been renewed based on I am better. You know what I think? I think best. I was arranging something for somebody. And I look at this. Should I give it? Say, I must give my best, not what is left over. Because I wouldn't give according to that person. I need to give according to what is best. So when I go to my job, I don't go because they are paying me. I go because I'm the best in the job. You know what I think? I think about growth. I think about growth consistently, and I've been growing for the past, this is almost 8 years. I'm growing because, you know what? I think growth. I don't have option again, no. It is that best, betterment, or growth. Whether it's in my finance, whether it's in my health, whether it's my relationship, whether it's in my communication, whether it's in my appearance, whether it's in my skill, whether it's in the knowledge. So if you just summarize your thinking, don't make it complex. Catalog it. Wake up in the morning. I wake up, I see 15 minutes, I'm thinking about growth. I'm thinking about best. How to dress, how to communicate, how to analyze risk. I'm thinking about growth. And honestly, I've been growing. It's the greatest asset that you have, your thinking capacity. Your business is equal to your thinking. Your health is equal to your thinking. Your relationship is equal to your thinking. Your parenting is equal to your thinking. So that's why it's important when we bring a book here, don't just read it. Extract them, experiment them, detail them, and say, hey, what is the concrete thing that I need to change? If you change your thinking pattern, your grade will change. Sure. Because you're equal to your grade. In fact, your money, your value of your money is equal and equivalent to your thinking capacity. I just wanted to bring that home. That's what we do about here. Here, when we talk about challenging status quo, don't think the same way. I've simplified it. My simple thing. Growth, best, and what? Betterment. So it means that if I'm cooking egusi, and the way my mother has taught me is how she knew, based on her resources, So am I still going to make the egusi the same way my mother taught me? I'm a failure. Because I've just thought like a failure, because the resources and the exposure which I have, my mother didn't have it. So I'm supposed to be better than my mother in terms of exposure and education. So that's why you see the fluidity of your mind is so powerful. Let me tell you, when I look at people from compassion, life is not your problem. You are the problem to life.
So just in case you're wondering, how will I get to this point? Thinking can be learned. Nobody is far gone. Anyway, if you're thinking, you can learn it. Oh, I admire how he does these things. I admire how this happens. You can learn it. So there are three take home points from here. So you can learn thinking. It's like a skill. Devote yourself, dedicate yourself to it. And you just see yourself. And this gathering here is you now telling yourself, I want to be better. That means you are interested in training your mind. You are interested in learning how successful people think. Then you need to change your thinking. Once your thought process is aligned, your results align. Once your thought process is altered, your results are altered. So change your thinking, and of course, it will change your results. And the final point, schedule time to think. Choose the date, choose the time of day that works best for you. Some people, when they wake up very early, you've not even checked if your legs are still mobile. You don't press phone, up and grateful. You are not sure your legs can carry you. You know, after your prayers, your personal time, just sit down and think. And that is why some of us go through today uncomposed, because anything works. It's by the time you finish updating status, remember, and say, oh, it's almost 8. You rush in bed, you rush to work, your trouser, you are belting up on the road, you get to work, and people are already there. So there's so much pressure, and before you know, you say, what a day. So
and
before
Amaka,
you do...
I know you said a very key word. Let me also say,
okay.
Your thinking morning determines your thinking day. Okay. Don't think about your need first. Think your value. What did I say?
Don't think your need first.
Because your value is the only access you have, is your currency to buy into the day. The moment you start thinking about your problem, you're already what? Defeated. So when we say, when you wake up, think, it means that when I look up myself, I'm looking at that I'm advantage to the world. I don't think, the other thing I wanted to tell you, okay? Successful people don't think about result. They think about their responsibility. They are not in any way in control of result. Because you see, Paul said, I have planted, Apollos water, God give the increase. You can't undermine that. You see why God give the increase? Because if you follow, like people are talking about profit, you need to think about people, policy, which is law, procedure, and performance. It guarantees profit. So if you're not thinking about you identity, what your values are, and you're thinking about what people can do for you, already failure. That's why when you have a problem, don't think about the next person who can fix your problem. You are a victim. I want to stream this. You know, one of the things that make me successful as a person, 15 minutes of my time, I don't take phone. I'm at the edge of the bed. I'm an advantage to this world. I'm a great person. I'm more than enough. I have an overflow. You see, the more you centered and grounded in your value, it gives you what they call calibrated confidence. And that's what you are going to, the more you think about it, the more you see that you are structured down. Our major problem is that how we start a day, thank you for bringing it, that thinking capacity that we have will determine how far we are going to go. Scripture is not so idiotic to tell you as a man thinketh. So it means that where you are, you are a product of where you are. But the model of thinking is the early morning thinking. And great men do not start their day without a corner of their thinking corner. Not their problem, but the solution that they can offer. And is that solution, that's where profit is. So your profiting is as a result of the solution you are able to prefer. Otherwise, you are dependent. So morning thinking is very key.
Thank you very much, Dr. Patrick. That reminds me of the book we've read sometime in Standout, 7 a.m. Club. Yeah. See what we should read. If you read 7 a.m. Club, it will help you structure your morning. The 5 a.m. Club. Please put your hands together for yourself. The 5 a.m. Club, it will help you structure. So you see that we don't gatekeep information here. Dr. Patrick have also told you, this is what I do, and it works for me. So you can't go back home and say, they can't stand at it, nothing don't happen. Practice it. Try it. Do we understand?
Decide on it. Don't try. It's intentionality. We're going to talk about it. It's very key. That's why this class is a make or mere class. You see this topic? It wasn't by. We don't bring topic here because we want people to come. And that's why really, not everybody can stand out.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's a higher life. Yeah. It's not a camel life.
Popcorn.
When I was a child.
I thought like a child.
This is not children.
Yeah.
So don't we have children? If you come to the board child, you understand about higher living. All right, from that elementary point. Because what we have been able to do is to inject a thinking culture that has changed their life. So we are saying, please, this is a mentorship class, and that's why we are emphasizing, because I really want people to be free, to live authentically, to be mentally strong. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Patrick. So we have to be very intentional with our thinking, be very practical, leave it out, decide on it, and make up your mind that you will do something different. Because you can't keep repeating the same thing and expect a different result. So be intentional with your thought process, because that's your greatest asset as a human. Thank you very much. Stand out. For the month of July, our theme for the month is dedication and devotion. We couldn't have thought of a better read. And it's not coincidence that we just finished one of John C. Maxwell's book, and we are diving yet into another. Ta-da! Talent is never enough. Because some of us, you feel, I have what it takes, but talent is not enough. You need to add devotion, you need to add dedication, and other virtues to life. So please, read we've seen that the reading is not because of Standout book review. It's because of self-development. I'm doing it for me. I'm intentional about my life. I know what I bring to the table. I know the value. So I need to build it intentionally. These two books are the same. It's just King James Version and New King James. You understand? So it's the same book. Just for 5,500 naira. It will cost you a fortune, but you will gain greatly. So own your copy. John C. Maxwell's Talent is Never Enough. Beyond talent. So that you see beyond your skill, beyond the environment, beyond who you are, and start thinking and living intentionally to your full potential. How many of us are going to read? Not to sound cliche. How many of us are going to read? I've marked the faces again. I won't snap you people, but results will speak for itself. Please do well to get a copy. Thank you very much, and see you in August edition. Stand out. Philippians 4 verse 8. Yeah, they are the same content. Thank you. I'm done. No, let's be checking our memory verse. I'm done.
Thank you again for coming. Sorry. I came in late because I got a call from my pastor to talk about systemization. And when such a great church invites you to come and talk about systemization, it means there's something to learn from here, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm excited about Standout. Even if nobody attends Standout, I am a product of this organization. I was in Ghana, and they put me in a cluster. I just opened up my mouth to ask questions because now I don't, it's not the loudest person that's the most brilliant. So everybody have talked and they were talking. I just opened my mouth to talk. They said, why did you talk last? I said, for their sequence. I will skip reflection. Let's just dive into what we have today and summarize it. Are you ready? Yes. I beg of you. This is very critical. The inspiration came from a small clip I watched of a lady who had had a consistent thought and stayed in that thought. She called it consecration. And that consecration late where Bishop Oyedepo had flew in with her to Ikoyi, the island. And there was a problem. He said, I've been on these for several years. And this is a realization of that consistent talk. And she was excited about it. She just did a commentary. So it got me thinking. And while I was there pondering about this, so it means that she stayed consistently for almost a decade for this dream to come. And for her, that was a fulfillment. It's called significance and fulfillment. While I was pondering over there, the Spirit of God dropped it. That the way to sustain good health is the two things. The way to sustain relationship. And I did a deeper reflection. And I realized that half of the time we're never committed. We start from the plan. Within 2 days, we have changed that plan 10 times. As I brood over this, really, I thought about it. And a classical man came to my mind. Preachers have talked about that guy from a very debased point of view, how lazy he was, and over there. He stayed in a particular place for 38 years. He has a different thinking pattern. A man will help me. And while he was there, a man actually came to help him. He didn't change the pattern. He didn't change also. He would have been lazy. He should have just been jumping. No, he has his set pattern and he stayed steadfastly in that. How many of us can stay steadfast in one dream? If I ask you here, you have changed your dream 10 times just 1 month. We have changed our dreams how many times? Almost 10 times. A friend of mine called me. Oh, I'm confused about who to choose to marry. I said, it's not the people that to marry. You're already a confused person. Because a confused person is easily distracted. You know why? He's not grounded. He's not rooted. He's not anchored. So this is not the normal teaching. Please, follow with me. Let's look at it from our inner strength and unpack this. Dedication and devotion. Please go on. Let's take it easy. The sustainability of well-being. Well-being as sustained. They are not magical. They're a product of certain patterns. So whether it's well-being, whether it's happiness, whether it's wealth, whether it's success, whether it's business, whether it's relationship, they emerges from inner depth. Inner riches. Say inner depth. Inner depth. Inner depth. Inner riches. Do you know that inner riches? That's their buying currency. So if you don't have a buying currency in the world, you already failed. So it is the depth, the inner riches, and what they call inner consciousness. Consciousness is this attention and belief. That's what just a breakdown of consciousness. Awareness, which is part of what we're doing here, and alignment to one's own core essence and what? Values. We don't talk about anything other than value. Your helplessness is because you are valueless. Your wanting and need is based on the scarcity of your internal values. But the moment you realize that you are more than enough, you are clearly more than enough. Please go on. When you say you're frustrated, you know what happened? You've been hijacked. You're not living. Even sickness cannot frustrate you. If sickness frustrates you, sickness has given you a life. But you know that you are the one who brings life to lifelessness. When you say, I'm overwhelmed, you have been hijacked by what is overwhelming you. Because you see, in this life, we operate in 3 sequences. From the place of strength, from the place of stability, and from the place of security. If you are not secured in this life, life will throw you pam, pam, pam. And your inconsistency is actually what brings you instability. An unstable man will show how unstable he is in his business and his thought patterns. So, what we want to do is, aliveness is the act of bringing essence. Say essence. Essence. Say essence. Essence. Say essence. Essence. Irrespective of the circumstances, the unwavering self-commitment and self-connection. What is self-connection? When you say you're angry, you know what happened? Another person has taken your place and has led you to be a different person. That was anger meant. But say, but he did this to me. You are not looking at yourself any longer. You are looking at the other person. How often do we look at ourselves? How often do you technically, you look at a situation like sickness or disappointment or somebody curse you? I've been in a place where they were cursing me. I wasn't looking at the curse. I was looking at the causelessness. And the more they were looking at it, I was looking at that secret, saying, a curse without a curse shall not what? Alive. No matter what they say was their opinion. And I respected it. I didn't even respond. In fact, defending yourself over there, they have hijacked you. But once you keep silent, you're focusing on yourself. Really, nobody can insult you. You're the one who insulted yourself. Can I say that again? You are in standout. I said, no, nobody can what? Who is insulting you? Yourself is insulting yourself. Your boss cannot insult you. When you get into a space and you say that this place is toxic, it's not the toxicity. They are only revealing that you have a toxicity in yourself. Because that's toxicity, which is your essence. You can't bring it out. The deep, call it the deep, isn't it? That's what we talk about, the essence. What is inside of you is what circumstance will bring out. We need to pay attention and believe in authentic self. When you say, I have integrity, no. If you're a person of integrity, nobody can upset you. They may do something that you do not align with. They are doing it from their own weakness or from their strength. You're only judging them from your own strength or from your own weakness. See, scriptures are powerful. What I was studying this, it gave me back to Matthew chapter 7. Read it in TPT. You realize that you've been judging people from your own weakness, not from your own strength. To judge people from your own strength is compassion and empathy. But the moment you condemn them, you're already condemned. Because they don't know the condemnation. You are the one issuing the condemnation. So identity, assignment, and vision. If you follow me, I talk about identity. If you're struggling in any life, you're struggling is about identity. When I was struggling with faithfulness, you know what? I would say I prayed for faithfulness and it never worked. Fasted, it didn't work. I used to quarrel God. I was even thinking that, does God answer prayer? That's why I see all of you who are in a certain habit, especially habit of procrastination, habit of lying, it is not deliverance that work for you. It's a recognition and a realization of who you are, identity. You know what I did? Instead of saying I want to be, it's far-fetched. I am faithful. You get? What do faithful people do? They are faithful. What do liars do? What do haters do? So all of you that hate somebody, you're a hater. It takes a hater to hate. There's no way, because you have to take the identity of a hater to hate. If you curse people, you're a what do we call it? You're a curser. And it takes an identity of a curser to curse. The same way he said, I want to be rich. Poverty is driving you. I am rich to do richly thing. Do you understand? That's what it is. Don't say I want to be healed. I am healed to live in health. Well, we're not taught well. And that's why I bring it. If I want to, flying, I got into airport, and I knew my tummy was already unstable. So I needed to take to the lounge. And I got to the lounge. And I had paid a certain money. Right? And the kind of people who pay that kind of money, you will anticipate that the place will be dignified, right? Especially when you go to the restroom. Right? And I said, let me use the toilet. It didn't represent the people. They are abusers to abuse the toilet. So when you go to toilet, that toilet represents who you are. Okay, let me explain it. So now, when I got there, I needed toilet to represent me. I cleaned it, washed my hand, do it well. Think about it. If I have used the toilet in that mess, and I was coming out, another honorable is going there, what will we say? That man is a dirty man. It takes a dirty man to dirty me. He will never know that I made it that way. He will say it's who? That guy is what? A dirty man. And I have taken the identity of what? And a dirty person, because I act in dirty. Oh, shalaba. If you get this thing, your trouble end. Anyway, you're struggling is a struggle of identity. You have identified wrongly. I'm a late comer. That's why you come late. I'm a procrastinator. That's why you procrastinate. I don't even know how to read this book. You're not a reader. Readers read. And what is identity? What does it do? Identity just power your assignment. Come on. Everybody was afraid. Oh, they even called him and said, your friend that you love is sick. He said, don't worry, this sickness is not what? Unto what? Death. They came, they had buried the man. They were laughing. You know, people came all over saying he's going to come. Let us laugh this one. Say he's a miracle worker. Let us see how he's going to resurrect somebody that is already 4 days. You know what he told them? I am the resurrection and life. What do resurrection and life do? I resurrect. Kai. Anyway you're struggling is a function of identity. Change identity, you change the assignment. Your assignment powers your vision. Oh, we read that scripture from Habakkuk. He said, I will go to the mountain. I will hear. What does he hear? It was hearing assignment. That's why I said the runners will what? Run with it. It didn't run for pleasure. It was running for assignment. It is your identity and your what? Assignment that create your vision. So what it means, My vision is betterment. Why should I insult you? You know why I'm kind to you? To better you. I'm not kind because I'm rich. I'm kind. My identity is kindness. And I just do kind things. For you, I'm chasing you. For you, I'm giving you vibe. No, I'm not giving you vibe. I'm functioning from who I am. So I don't struggle to be kind because it is my assignment to be kind. Because know why? I'm a kind person to be kind. That's why you're not kind until you're kind to the unkind. So, if you get this, why are we struggling in marriage now? People don't have the identity. And their identity doesn't even give them right to assignment. Guy, you know why I'm marrying you? Betterment. I'm not focusing on you. I'm focusing on my own assignment around you. If you like, what if your assignment is to destroy me? What are you talking about? There are people whose assignment is to destroy other people. Yes. And they get into marriage. Have you not heard people who, because they wanted to have access to the father's inheritance, and they profess that I love you? And it wasn't the love they love. It was the access, because the moment they marry you, they already have access to the inheritance. So you thought this man loves you. The only reward you have is to focus on who you are and your assignment. And that will be your vision. If it's power like this, you can never be disappointed. How can you be disappointed on another person's assignment and vision? And that's actually what frustrates us. So my boss has been slapped by the wife. And he doesn't know how emotionally intelligent to disconnect from that space. And now he's carrying the slap of the wife into the office. What do you expect? He will want you to test the partaker of that pain. And that's why he's toxic, nothing more. And you, in your foolishness, having no self-reference back to who you are, allow his influence to say he's toxic. It's not toxic, it's you that is toxic. Because you have no assignment. You have taken another person's assignment. Have you not heard doctors? You are at the table. Someone was telling me this. They said, I told the doctor, okay, don't worry, I'm obeying you for over there. The doctor said, we're finished helping you. He said, I wanted you to finish. Because if I don't come here, they will say I'm crazy. But I know that, I know my assignment. And part of my assignment is pass through this cruciating point. Because it has to numb me so that I become comforter to other people. Now, so, your assignment engineers value system. So when you have identity, assignment, and value, and vision, it powers your value. It was before. I mean, really, honestly, let's look at it. Even me, I was idiot around it. You know why? As I come in, I wanted to change, but I tried not to change. My cloth is over there. Because of timing. Now, look at it. If I get back home, you see, this is my stuff. If I can't clean it, I'll give it to my security man to help me clean it. I've been structured in order. Right? So I will take my shoe, I will go back and keep it over there. You know why? That's who I am, order. Then you marry somebody who is not order. You expect the person to act from the order. That's conflict. You put them under pressure. Right? Because now you want to migrate them from your trend identity, your assignment, your vision, and now your value, and now you start imposing it on other people. I used to be like that as a boss. Until one day I have got into an office. I think solution. If the people around me know I think solution. 1 minute. Sometimes I've already solved it. By training. Right? And it didn't start one day. It was a cumulative of training. So I walk into the office and I say, hey, come on, do that. The lady told me, Patrick. Mr. Patrick, yes, it was nice to say Mr. Patrick. I like the way you think. That's not my capacity. And from there, I repented. I was imposing. And most times, because of this, people think I'm nice. I'm not nice. I'm only following my value system. But what's your own value system? You don't go to marry for what to expect. That's a major problem. Sir, ma. Expectation is disappointment. What do you expect from somebody who has a different agenda? Who has a different value system? Focus on you. Why are you looking at me? Read Proverbs chapter 12, I think verse 5. He said, you are rewarded by 14. You are rewarded by what you say and do. What I say and do, I'm responsible for it. So don't tell me that because I'm nice to you, you need to be nice to me. That is a elementary life. So take this. What is that? What's my identity? Say, what's my identity? If you're suffering because of identity. What's my what? Why do I say it? What did the Bible say? It's more what? Come on. It's more what? To give. So receiving is not your business. Your responsibility is what you are doing. That's why don't seek for promotion. Be the promotion. I am promotion. I am promotion in any way I go. That's the way I carry myself. That's my essence. So I don't need your promotion. You know where I learned that from? Jacob. The father-in-law wanted to promote him and give him outside. He said, please, keep it. I will create my promotion. Hi. Because why? His assignment is to promote himself, not the father-in-law. These are hardcore, but if you can internalize them, observe them, you change your relationship, your well-being. So, which determines the direction and impact one's perspective. This is what it is. 5 things will change your entire life. What drives your worldview? Your perspective. Have you asked yourself? Take a pause. Your perspective, your worldview, your perception, what drives it? Have you thought about it? Random or specific? What drives your worldview? Do you know what worldview means? How you view the world. Your perception of the world. Your definition of circumstance. Have you ever thought about it? What funded it? What sponsored it? At any point in time, if your worldview is not dependent on your identity, you miss it up. If it's not focused on what? Your assignment, you miss it up. If it's not focused on what? If you're not focused on what? On your values. That's what is important. Okay, let's look at it. They call you for an interview, right? They have looked at and find out that XYZ you qualify to. They screen all the 1,000 people and 10 people came. Right? Now, you have people to judge you. Right? Now, who should you be looking at? Yourself or the judges? But you know that most times we don't look at the... You look at who? The other judges. You think that they will determine it's a lie. When you look at yourself, you pick up what? Your identity. Because, one, don't forget that they have qualified you. So you are the qualified for the job. Period. He said, what if I lose it? It's not your business. Your business is that they've selected you. And you are the selected of the Lord. And now that empowers you because now you're focusing on what you can do for them, not what the organization can do for you. Your negotiation can only be, if you go for job interview, if you focus on the company, they will cheat you. You need to focus on what you can bring to the company. That's why if you are going to the bank, they will ask you how much are you going to bring to place you in your place. I went to an interview and I told them, hey, if you do this, I'm going to run XYZ, the last job I did. We argued and I said, after all, you don't even have a vision. You don't have where you're going. I'm going to bring everything that I'm going to be, so give me here. And the only stupid thing that I did was at that point, I didn't have a mentor. If I had a mentor, you think I would have gone to market because I have the capacity, but I didn't have the resources. But now look at it. I turned my resources into the company. I didn't focus on what the company would do for me. They didn't have the capacity to do for me. But you know what? I was going to use them to develop and enhance my capacity. And what you see here was as a result of the recognition of what? My identity, my what? Assignment, And my what? My vision that accumulates into what? A vision. Now, is this thing that was driving me to negotiate? When they asked me to bring this thing, I said, I'm not negotiating from where I'm coming. I'm negotiating for what I'm going to bring. They said, how do you do it? I said, I'm going to do it. 4 years down the line, they knew that they've hired one of the greatest thought. I think when I left that job, they employed 4 people to manage my post. So people say, I have been in 10 years. I have people who have been in 10 years. They are not significant because they don't even know who they are. So it's those people that are complaining. Every time you complain, you have lost who you are. So I could be in a school. I am not passing through the school form as an employee. You know, you can work in an organization as if you employ the organization. Come on now. Right? Let me tell you, you know why you don't go far? getting somewhere? Are we changing something? Did you get something? Are you getting something? Okay. So when somebody asks you, don't say I'm a student. Say I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist. An optimist means that I'm happy. That's what they talk about. Upbeat. Upbeat means I cannot be broken down. And it's just simple to count it all but what? We just put it in a phrase. Extraordinary life are not built by what? Occasional inspiration or motivation, but by what? Unwavering what? Dedication and unending. You cannot grow without these two documents and these two virtues. How many of you say, oh, I will fast today? Right? And the day you fast, you get to the office. You didn't know that your friend is going to bring birthday cake. And the smell of that, you say, let me suspend this fasting. After tomorrow I can. How did you, how? We tend to worship what? This is what we worship. Worship what? What is specs? Performance. What? Promotions. What? Like, I'm promoted. Promoted to foolishness. Without capacity. Without even understanding the environment you are working. Everybody wants elevation. Everyone wants to be seen. Let me tell you, to be seen here is a problem. You know that everybody thinks that I have all the money. Everybody. There's one that was putting pressure on me. I laughed. A friend of mine was putting pressure on me every day. Say, hey, you have the capacity to buy me a car. Okay. So no problem. I was managing his ego. One day, I called him. I said, come. I said, he's my friend, come. I said, come over my laptop. I come over my laptop. I opened my account. I said, what is this? He said, debit. I said, what is this? Debit. 3 lines of debit. He looked at me. That was the last time he came to my office. I lie you not. He started dealing with me from afar. Why? Pigs. Performance. And that's why I don't sell performance. It puts you under pressure. There are times I don't have 1 naira. But you can't know. Because I don't worship performance. That's why I see, guys, don't lie to any woman. Don't give them, don't pretend to them. If you earn 1,000, stay on 1,000. Do 1,000. If they don't accept you in your 1,000, they don't belong to you. We do that. You know what I do? If you are my girl, ma, I will not take you to presidential. I will start from Booker. Do you understand? Should we not live progressively? Now, when I take you to presidential and not take you to Booker, it's not demotion. So please, for the ladies, when a guy take you to a very top, just knowing the guy take you to a very, he say, is this sustainable? Or should we start from somewhere? It's better for you because when we take you to that high peak and we gain you, now we have got you, right? You can deal with what we want to deal with. That's false hope. And it's not sustainable. Because we're not working from our what? Identity, assignment, vision, and what? Values. And this is the crux of problem. Because we sold idiocy to them and they buy into it. And now we kept them at that point. But come on, you can't sustain it. And we lie. We lie. And Bible says man cannot be established what? In wickedness. But the root of the righteous is unmoved. Please go ahead. Psalm what? What's he doing with Sam? Thank you. What's he doing with Sam? That's the source. Can we read it? What did he say? Read. Pause. Godly ones what? Godly ones are what? Okay, go ahead. Pause. Where are they dependable? Do you depend on yourself? Frankly, do you depend on yourself? Can you trust yourself? Can you make yourself a promise and keep it? What did he say? Where are the what? They're dependable. Where are the what? They're principled. Ones, where are they? They are vanishing. Why? Everyone what? Lies. Did I say it? Everyone what? Lies. Lie with your position. Lie with your pretenses. Lie with what? Overthink that you think that you are. That you are not. And what? Everyone flatters. Guys, you see it? And what? Everyone what? Deceives. But what? Nothing. Smooth what? And what? This is the problem. Did I write it? Read scriptures. They are powerful. They say, where are they dependable? Where are they principled? Please go ahead. This transformed my entire space of life. This particular scripture. What did he say? Hold on to what? How many people have loyal love? You see, it is not love that failed you. It's your need in the love that failed you. Your need that was not met in the love that failed you. Because that person that you say that doesn't love, if you hear that about him, you're likely going to say, oh, I'm sorry. So it's not love that failed you or broke your heart. It's your need that break your heart. It's a need that was not met. Hope deferred. Make the heart what? Sick. So that's what it is. So it means that hold on to loyal love, don't let go, and to faithful, that all that has been taught, let your life be what shaped by what? Integrity still means like dependability. By principle. With truth written upon where? Your heart. That's the way it starts. So the question, what's the truth you're thinking? What's the truth you're working with? Please go on. Proverbs chapter 7. I love this. An intelligent person what? Aims. Right? We are going to be using with this word, aim, right? A-I-M. Mark it. Aim. At what? At a wise direction. But a fool look what? Start in off what? Oh, today is Angela. Tomorrow is Ruth. Is this. That thing, you think that you're a guy. I bet you it destroys your consistency. You're not dependable. And when you make a choice, you make a choice in very... And that's why you cannot retain. Please go ahead. Fast. Let's look at what they call source consciousness. If you get this, you can get everything. There are two parts. Say, I'm two parts. Number one is what? Number two is what? Lower self. Sorry, this thing was supposed to be here, lower self. Do you know that you have a higher self? Do you know? Yes, sir. Do you know? Or who doesn't know? If you don't know, say, I have a higher self. I have a lower self. Your lower self is the material self, called the ego self. Do you know what ego means? Yes, what does it mean? Right. It means that's not pride. Age God out. Age God out. Every time you age God out, you're in a material world. God is not in your material world. Age God out. That's ego. Ego is not pride. No. Ego means that you are self-centered. Self-centeredness. That's what ego means. Now, the ego self, there's a higher self. When you don't consult your higher self, it has a word. How many people have heard? As many as are led by the what? How many of you are led by the Spirit? Pause. How many of us are led by the Spirit? You know, I hear people say, the Spirit of God gave me this job. And you are saying that this job is killing me. But you say that the blessing of the Lord make it rich and add no sorrow. So how can the Spirit give you something that will kill you? When he said, my thought was, it's not thought of evil, but thought of good. But when you were testifying, you say, God gave me that job. So that means it might not just be God. It could just be your lower self looking for job. You know what it does? You are led by wound. You know what wound means? Experience. They disappointed me. Disappointment has taken over your thinking faculty. Oh, they sack you. Oh, over there. Somebody broke your heart. I used to use this example. Let's say you met a particular gentleman who came from a particular state, and for some reason, he didn't do well. And for some reasons, you meet another guy, and you ask that guy, which state are you from? He said, ah! At that moment, what was leading you? Wound. Not word. You hardly remember word. Have you lent money to somebody, guy? And the guy did not give you back. Eh? And another person just came. You say, you wouldn't even pause. You say, people don't pay me back. What is leading you? Wound. And that's why you need to be careful. Majority of the people are in the wound state. Oh, you married a guy from church. Does not mean he has moved from wound to word. He sent for his word, and his word healed us. Not everybody is healed. Now, you know what it brings? It brings you to what? Core value. Or what? Majority people are operating for core vices. And that's why you are angry, disappointed, depression. I'm overwhelmed. Every time you use the word overwhelmed, do you know what is killing you? Wound of your job is vicing you. If you understand this principle, you ask yourself a question. Is it my higher self leading me? Is it my lower self leading me? See, this is a classical mentorship class, right? That's why it's not popular. It's not music we're playing here. We want to deal with your mind, your whole, to bring you that. That's what this is all about. So at any point in time, ask yourself, is it my higher self? Is it what that is leading me? Oh, come on, don't confuse me that the Spirit of God is leading me and you are hurting. Is your wound that is vicing you? Please go ahead. This is where I'm going. Say intention. You are not intelligent until you have intention. Hello? Intelligence is not rehearsing something. Say, I'm not intelligent without what? What is your intention? In what? Tension. Like, there's an anchor. There's a balance. Right? What is my balance every day? Truth. Growth. How can cause grow me? How can disappointment grow me? How can odd grow me? Why? As I wake up, I have an intention. You know why life doesn't respond to you? It doesn't respond to your dream. It doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to your intention. The day I made intention about 2 million, my God, I wrote a check. Those checks, the day I saw them, I was shocked. I put those checks over there. However, I was trekking with 2 million. However, I was working in the capacity of 2 million. That was my intention. I have an intention, nobody can hurt me. So you are not qualified to hurt me. How did I know? See, I have an intention that I will never go down. There's no down. You know where I got it? In Psalm 107, it says, he blessed them and multiplied them and increased them greatly, and their cattle did not decrease. So I cannot be decreased. Even when I decrease, it's to bring a new person, because the old has to die. So I understand where I'm going down. I'm not going down because I don't have. I'm going down because there's a new structure that needs to come up. So the old has to give up to the new. So don't think that because I don't have money now that I will not going to have my hair will grow again. The spirit of him that raised just can dwell in a mortal body. He quickens me high. So when men are cast down, say there's a lifting up. That's intention. That's why I say he gives unto us power to tread upon serpents and scorpions, all the powers of the enemy. Nothing shall by any means hurt you. You are hurting because you don't have intention. We play with the scriptures. And that's why there's no power. Power is not fire. No. The same person will say fire, but hating. So that hating, we are the same equal. You hurt me, and I'm praying against you. We are equal. Oh, can I borrow you, sir? Just for explanation's sake. On radio, a man has said, I said, bless your cause, bless your problem, bless the... Came last week and asked me, very big man, mighty man. So, my boss did X, Y, Z. How can I say I should bless my boss? He came, I blessed him. I said, why should I bless him? How did you qualify? Do you understand? I said, take that blessing and bless him. He said, why? I said, okay, let me tell you. If you don't bless your past will tie you down. Have you noticed that some of you are still dreaming in your primary school? Every time you dream in your village or something. Because you were thinking that bad about the village. And the village will have to consistently remind you that I'm here. But bless the village. The village will release you. That's why I say when your enemy hurts, what do? Bless. I get into trouble with this. The person, your boss, like you, bless your boss. If you're bitter with your boss will tie you down. You won't get another job until you release your boss. I bless my past. Cost me, I'll bless you. That's my intention. My intention is to enlighten people. I went to Ghana, and I'm seeing the boys, and I'm talking to them. They're asking me. I changed. I wore Nika. Why? I wanted to connect with them. Do you know your value? They say no. Come. I organize them. In 5 minutes, I'm already talking to the student, taking picture. They're asking. They're coming from. Why? I'm an enlightener. That's my intention. My intention is to enlighten people. I'm a builder. My intention is to build. I'm an unlocker. Is to unlock masteries. I'm a leader. Is to lead from order. That's intention. What are your intention? My intention. You know why God empowered me? I looked at the poverty in my village, in my cycle. I said, I want to make a difference. And I said, hey, I will build a house for my mom. I'll build a house this, I'll build a house. And I'm building those houses. Why? That's an intention. You cannot be empowered without intention. You know how I got it? David said, is there no cause? When he got into the Philistines, other people were there. They didn't have intention. But Jason would say, I am a deliverer. I deliver Israel. Do you know how I learned from him? David was in front of Saul. Saul was busy, want to kill him. He didn't focus on the javelin. What does he focus? On the music. My reason to come here is to play music. Your reason is to die. And that's why you are. Never did he raise his hand over there. Why? He was intentional about what he was doing. Do you know when I get to the office, people are gossiping. I don't get it. Why am I in this office? To promote the office, to increase the office, to better the office, to bring my best. So whatever they are doing is their business. I've been in an organization where people were stealing. All of them were stealing. In fact, there was a time that they gave me a check. They said, go and cash. I said, what do I cash? He said, that's how we do it. I said, what for? Where's the account? Where's the suspense account? Where's it going? How do I explain it? I drop it. Did I suffer? Yes, I suffered. But my intention was not to come here and defraud the organization. My intention is to uplift the organization. What is your intention about life? Guys, what's the relationship you want to go in? What is your intention? It's an intention giving intelligence because it's intelling. That's what intelligent means, that my intention is telling me decision to take, action to take, how to talk. That's what intention does. My intention is not to borrow money and not to pay. Because my intention say, oh no man, nothing but love. My intention is to honor people. So when you see me hug you, do over there. My intention is to hug you because I don't live in an exclusive place. I live in an inclusive place because no separation. Once I separate myself, then I'm judging. What's the intention? Intention spark, wishes must be advanced into intention. So it means that if you have a wish, make it an intention. That's what intentional living. So what we call it is what they call definite aim or dominant purpose or your self-assignment. What's my self-assignment? Betterment. Betterment. As simple as that. Betterment. So that's why I can go to that toilet and clean it. That's why I can look at a family, for instance. I know that they are struggling. I don't give it because I have. But my aim, chief aim, is driving me. Go back to what? Your identity. Go back to what? Your assignment. Go back to what? Your vision that then come into your value. You see, that becomes your definite aim. Go to any space. What gives you confidence is not what they're going to get for you. It is your definite aim. And I wish I know that in marriage as well too. But now, if I'm over there, I have a definite aim. I've already cataloged it. You know, as a boss, I have a definite aim. The first thing is to give you psychological safety. I'm not weak when I come down to you and say, hey, you can do this better. That's a definite aim. To give you psychological safety. The other one is to make you to belong. Then to make it that we can trust each other. If you use your money, I return it. What's another one? Is to bring you to make it authentic place. Like, come the way you are. I like the way people walk. I mean, when I go to my office, they are offloading. They don't even know that their boss has entered. We are hailing each other. In the security man, why? Because I want you to remain in your authentic self. Make people live in the authentic self. What's the other one? Appreciation. Can I leave you and say, oh, thank God for that guy? So you see how intention classify everything that you do. That's intelligence. So it tells you what to do, how to think, what to not to do. Come on, go ahead. Definite aim is what the creative force that build, come back, small. That build a magnetic aura. It is not what in fact, what you're expecting reduce you. But what you're offering, give you a calibrated confidence. If I volunteer, not this one. See this thing, it costs us 40,000 naira. And I was asking myself, hi, so nobody in Standout can just volunteer to do this. 40K. For 10 years? Nobody has an aim to say to contribute to this organization? Because I don't talk about it? How? 40K. And we have the clutter. Because people don't, no, I'm not saying, I'm just telling you how intention. We went to a conference. In fact, they invited me to speak. I was part of a syndicate. That's what I made an intention that $100, my $100 will go Africa. I've done over 33 countries. Oh, I can't forget the last one I did in Congo. And they brought me, said that the girl, they had just destroyed and stole her camera that he does over there. And that $100 was enough to restore her. I've never never going to meet her. Why? My intention is to give Africa $100 just to empowerment. Just have an intention to make sure that every boy child I see. If you see me talking about the boy child, we're doing something to do over there. Why? My intention is to make sure that they have identity. They discover who they are. Guys, that's what it is. Definite aim creates what? Definite future. If you don't have a definite aim, there's no future for you. It's powerful. This is definite aim. It changed my entire life. We're going into an organization, I will tell myself, you see, as long as I'm in this organization, it's going to change. That's how they made me vice president in Africa and half Africa. Because of my definite aim. Maybe they didn't know. Please go ahead. So this is the drifters. We have what drifters. Say, am I a drifter? Am I a definer? Hey, come on. Are you a drifter or are you a definer? Now, it means that when you have disappointment and you get upset, you are drifted. You know when they say, oh, I'm frustrated. That's drifters. How can you be frustrated? Masalaba. Drifters are confused. Drifters are what? Unstable. Drifters are what? Insecure. Anything that makes you insecure, you have left your originality. You're looking about validation, approval from external place. Hey, come on, validate yourself. What's the next one? I've just given you the spirit of fear, but what? The spirit of a sound mind. So if there's no sound mind, you're polluted. That's the cluster. What's the next one? Ungrounded. Not ungrounded in truth, nothing, no principle. That's why I say no dependable, no principle. And what's the next one? Shakeable. This is shakeable. Now, so what do I have? Define as clarity at any point in time. I don't lose who I am at any point in time. That's clarity. What's the next one? Stability. What's the next one? Secure. An insecure woman will suspect the husband. An insecure guy. Just greet your wife. Who is that man? I don't care. I will first of all look at your shoe. If your shoe no match me, I know sir, you no go kill me. Then if I advance it, I check the kind of car you have. But if I know that you are tall, handsome, I cannot touch this one. I know that there's no case. But if you're a material being, I go take you. That's a secured man. And secured man will give the colleague security. I don't micromanage people. I make you accountable. Misuse it is your business. What I lose, I can recreate. What did I say? If I lose it, I'll recreate it. I learned it from Christ. Destroy this temple in 3 days. So don't be a product of miracle. Be a product of process. That's why profit is a progression of people, which is you, policy, procedure, and performance. You get profit. So now, sound, grounded. Say I'm grounded. Say I'm grounded. Don't just say I'm grounded. You see me, I'm grounded in the truth of the word of God. I dwell in goodness and prosperity. Hi, yeah, yeah. I was talking to Miracle the other day. We were talking. Miracle, what did we say again? Are you here? We dwell in plenty. It shapes your perspective. When people are seeing lack, what do you see? That's how. That's what it means. Grounded, rooted, established, unshakable. Move. I have 8 minutes more. Life does not what? Wishes, dreams, desperation, urgency, and fear-based desire. But what? Consistent alignment of what? Back again to what we are. Let me explain it. Who know Haggai's story? And the son? Go and read it. I think it's Genesis chapter 22 or 21. Cut the long story short. You know what happened? Abraham have sent them out, gave them food. The food got exhausted. The woman become desperate, fearful. You know how that women do it? Worry. Come on. When your child hasn't come back, your worry intensifies the problem. You create more energy because, see, Job said, what I fear has come upon me. You see, you are the co-creator of your reality. When your child hasn't come home, don't get into a panic attack. Thank you because I know she's coming. She's under covenant. Oh, your husband has not come. Ah, ya talaba hashikiri yalaba. Sorry, I'm born again, so sometimes it's spilled out. What it means that I am grounded. My husband will come back. You know, there was an assignment that was given to me to check. And this particular assignment, and this person, I didn't see the person. I went to church. I did not bother. I said, you will come back. There's a covenant around here that will bring you back. By the time I came back to church, from church, the soul was there. No fear. Why? You know what happened? Haggai become desperate, become urgent. The Bible said God answered the boy. Why? The boy was anchored in a promise and was relaxed. That's why I say, do not lose your confidence, for out of it is what? A recompense. Let me tell you, urgency will take your confidence. Desperation will take your confidence. Fear. The Bible said that he answered a man that was sleeping. Most of your prayers are answered when you are sleeping. Have you noticed you have prayed a prayer and you have forgotten? 2 years later, I say, God answered the prayer. That's why you see, when he wants to deal with a man, he causes you to sleep. When he wanted to bring the reap, what did he do? The guy sleep because he doesn't want your doubt. When he wants to do a covenant with this Abraham, what? Sometimes sleep. The best answer, do nothing. Rest. We do a lot. By strength shall no man. We quote it, but we don't believe it. Sometimes cast your problem for I care. You worry too much, and the worry is desperation. And desperation delay prayers. Desperation delay prayers. That's what they call blockers. Anxiety, blockers. Fear, blockers. Discouragement, blockers. Rest. The best answer to prayer is do nothing with the prayer. What did he say? Cast what? Oh yes, all of you are carrying your problem. How I see people carry that problem, it comes from their face. It shows. I would have died. 2 o'clock. They wake you up. You're owing, pop. I say, na me the oa. That I have the capacity to pay. If I don't have the capacity, you see how I address it. That's intention. Oh, no man, nothing. So, move on. So all these are wishes. And it's intention. Say, I am complete.
I am complete.
I'm whole. When I saw this thing, all this lie that have lied to you was in your mind. Fabricated inadequacy. Manufactured lack. That's what your mind keep pumping you. See, let me tell you, the greatest problem you have is your desire and your need. When you become needless, you become a powerful attractor. Have you seen your friends who is always needy? When it comes, what happened? You tell them from the gate, you see CCTV, I'm not around. That's how heaven closes you when you're too needy. But what did the Bible say? The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Now fix my issue. You are looking at it. Thank you. Let me tell you, your need is a blocker. I think it was last week. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Thank you. He's my friend. The Holy Spirit told me something, and it makes sense. He said, when you are pursuing, you're pursuing out of emptiness. Life doesn't create from emptiness. Life operates from abundance. Your need is an indication of abundance. But say, oh, but I have a need. Your need calls into responsibility. If you amplify your responsibility, you will not have a need. That's true. Your need represents your incapacitation. But when you come up at, hey, contentment and godliness is a great game. I'm okay with where I am. When you're okay with where I am, where you are will take you to where you're going. Okay, I'm done. Fragmented self. That's actually why we are fragmented. Today, I'm in Aba. Today I'm in Port Harcourt. Today they look for you in marketing. The next day, oh, we have just signed the check. Where are you? Say, they moved me back to operation. What an inconsistent place. So let's look at these guys. Number one is what? Joseph. You read them, but you don't go back into their mind. Joseph was dedicated. Why? He has an intention. Remember, he was what? A leader. What? So the breast of who cannot convert, change him. That's why Job said, I have made covenant with my eyes. Why should I look upon the bed? What it means, I have made covenant with my intention. So this temptation are part of what will bring it. Who is this? How can this guy, this lady say, your people shall be? That's an intention. Consistent. Yes, I made roadblock. But yet, obstacle becomes what? The way. We read the book. Your obstacle is what? Your way. Most of the obstacles is the key to where you're going. Because you must be tested. And if you're a believer here, let me warn you. Prophecy is a seed, not a manifestation. Yes. And it must first die and go through a process. So if a seed dies, so that's why most people get prophecy and they run with it. Don't you forget, have you forget, the day you made prayer and hit heaven, you have the worst temptation. Because your prayer must be challenged. It's like a seed coming out of the ground. What happened? The earth has to block it. It has to fight itself away. And this is something that has killed believers. Prophecy. It's not raw. So who is this guy? Consistent. Who is this guy? 27 years. That's an intention that makes him intelligent. With all the world power bribing him to come out. But now, everybody's celebrating Mandela. Who is this guy? Who next? Please go ahead. I'm done. Can we leave this one? Love, clarity. Please, at any point in time, be clear of who you are. Jesus was never confused about who he was. I am the light. I wake up every day. I say, I dwell in goodness and in prosperity. I dwell in plenty. I remind myself, my values is betterment, balance, contentment, calmness, growth, empowerment, simplicity, and steadiness. You see that steadiness? Steadiness. That's what it is. That's clarity. I wake up and I remind myself my vision, my intention is betterment. And then, of course, it's called law of identity. Come back to who you are is more important than what you accomplish. Because your accomplishment is a product of who you are. Don't focus on accomplishment. Don't focus on target. Focus on who you are. That's your assignment. I always say, be your own reward. Say, I am what? Say it, say it. And truly, you are your own reward. If you go into an establishment, if you are not yourself, you are looking at your boss cannot promote you. It is your effectiveness and your commitment that promote you. Isn't it? So, key takeaway. Please go back here. Go back to key takeaway. Reward is dependent on the level of dedication and what? Commitment and consistency build what? Movement and mass. That's what they call compounding interest. You know, we have read a book about compounding. See, don't stop looking for mass. Look for small thing. What you do every day. One completion is a building block. So, if you have not completed one, you jump another one. There's no testimony. It's your testimony of what you have completed that will give you the momentum. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Yes, I put the exam. I finished the exam. If you are here, you're not finished your BAc, please raise up your hand. Go back. You're going to be struggling until you finish it. Your fear is because, how will I go back to that? People have finished. You'll be here, 4 years has passed. The people that just joined, 4 years, they finished. go back. That's consistency. Patience, presence, and awareness. But let me tell you, you know what patience means? Pause. Majority of us don't pause. The way to remind yourself is when you meet problem, two things will happen. Is either you focus on the problem or you focus on the promise. Your promise is your intention. Just, what is this one? Is what? Repeated action. I wasn't speaking like this. If I both those that when I'm speaking, I say, well, people respect me. You know that. But now the more I participate, I don't even need book really. I can hear and talk for 12 hours. I'll have something to talk about. Why? I'm participating in what I talk. What's this one? You will meet refinement too. Let me tell you, this path is narrow. And that's why millionaires are narrow, as fewer. Because the refinement they go through, you can't go through it. Is it this soft life you want to live? No, you can't become a billionaire with soft life. It's sacrifice, it's discipline, it's fire. It's better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. Because the house of mourning is where your character is shaped. What's this one? The devoted have what? Unwavering attention, are lovers of the assignment and aspiration. I love what I do. I love to lead. I love to provide. I love to protect. I love to promote. I love betterment. Now look at what we're going to do, assignments. On a daily basis. Right? Please, this is a mentorship class. What is your aim in life? What's your aim? Don't go to church without an aim. Don't go to school because you want to go to school. Don't take a course because you want to take a course. Don't take a relationship because, no! Make an aim. If I'm going to a meeting now, I will make an aim and say, this meeting I won't say a word. And that's intelligent. I won't say a word. I can make up myself and say, I'm not going to ask anybody anything. You see, this week, I won't ask anybody. And I will leave. There are times I say, you know what? I'm not going to take sugar in 6 months. And I will see sugar. I say, sugar, you know that I have an intelligence. So your intelligence means that you have made an intention. There are weeks I say, I will not use a word that does not uplift. That's part of aim. My aim is consistently. What's your aim? Create a phrase. When we talk about phrase like I dwell in goodness and in prosperity is a phrase. Right? So if you have an aim, Bishop Oyedepo, I love him. I love him. He said, I can't be poor. And I feel that that's what drove him to start making a printing press. It means that every printing press, a job that we're doing in the church, was already going to his company. So brothers that were getting together, this is my own anticipation. Right? So you see that aim brought an assignment. It revived him into responsibility. So you need to create a phrase. He has a phrase. All of you repeat it. What's your own phrase? And that phrase is something that you can give. I told you how my father gave me a phrase. I don't want money. I want people. Me, I rephrase it. I say, I want money to serve the people. That was his aim. And some of you can internalize it. I can get into an office. I've got into office to say, what is in this office? I say, this office will take me to overseas. And the office took me to overseas. That was my aim. The same way that guy said, a man will help me. A man helped him. How do I know? That guy, the lady had an aim. He said, my aim is to heal my daughter. Right? He went to the Lord. Heal my daughter. You're a dog. That's literally what it means. We can't take the healing to dogs. Okay? Dogs eat from the fragment. She was focusing. That's dedication. That's devotion. She didn't focus. Say, Is it because I came to heal you? So is it because of my child? Don't focus. That's the distraction. That's the drifters. But definers define it and say, Nam, now you go heal thee. That's why I came. I say, I've not seen this faith. The aim of the woman was to heal a dead child. The husband said, where are you going? It is well. You're copying that phrase, it is well. Where's your own phrase? And that phrase, as you internalize them on a daily basis, I wake up and internalize it. I dwell in goodness and in prosperity. I'm a Jesus boy. I walk in divine wisdom. I'm on top only. I fear God. I have a good heart. I'm kind-hearted. I'm diligent and hardworking. I have an excellent spirit. I manifest greatness. I am blessed of the Lord. I'm blessed of the Lord. I'm blessed of the Lord. I'm a thinker. I'm a strategist. I build good culture. I have a great future. And that's why I have a great future. That's my phrase. What's your phrase? You cannot command your money without a phrase. So what it means command your money when you come in and say, hey, I'm an achiever. I'm an optimist. I'm a game changer. I'm a builder. I'm a leader. And that's that phrase. Then when you internalize those phrases, what do? You make it a value. You make it a value. What is value? What you dish out. So if you want to concretize anything, be that phrase. If you say, I don't sleep without being kind to at least 1 or 2 persons every day. It's not possible. I call it the generative force. It's the creative spirit where you generate. That's why generosity brings prosperity. These are kind of phrases that internalize myself. Then what happened? Ensure what? Daily alignment. What is alignment? Harmony. Be that word. Speak around it. What next? I think we're finished. Thank you. Assignment and what? Devotion. What are you taking today? What are you going to stay? They will curse you, stay there. They will malign you, stay there. They'll question you, stay there. But like that man that came, is going to come. Questions? I'm so sorry. I mean, this is too much to pack in a... But did it make sense, right? Yes. It makes sense. Did you learn something? Yes. Thank you. Did you waste your time here? No. Oh, thank you. Please go ahead.
All right, stand out. Stand out. Thank you very much. Thank you, mentor. So my question is, we have clear intentions.
Yes.
The intentions are well defined. But along the line of the dedication and devotion, we drift out of the plan. What really changed, or what did we lack?
First of all, you lack love of that thing. Because love doesn't see error. You know, when we talk about scripture, they are very powerful. What did they say? Love doesn't what? Count error. If I get into office here, right, most times I see things that, by 9 o'clock, people are doing phone. You can't do that in the UK. Never. Every time that you bring in to work in UK, you pay for it. But by 9 o'clock, you see people doing Facebook. We just resumed. They're doing Facebook. How does that Facebook contribute to why you are there? But you say, hey, I still love them. Because why? My intention is to bring them to betterment. Then I'll say, hey, you know what? This is not because of me. You're digging your grave. Because you have worked here for 10 years. You didn't learn nothing. And that's why you can work in a place for 10 years. You can't be bold to start your own. There are people who have worked for me. They can't find employment elsewhere. Because how you even know is that on their own, they don't love what they are doing. It's only because of the salary. That's why they are. Because they don't have aim. Stay on that aim. So love. The other one is gentle. We are too critical. We are too judgmental. We're too comparing. We're too measuring. And when you look outside, what happened? You dream. But when you look inside, you are working. So we're too judgmental. Be gentle to yourself. Thank you, sir. Be gentle. And what's the next one? Grace. After you have suffered a while, he will strengthen you. He will comfort you. He will settle you. There's always a settled time. So what did I say? Love it. Love it more to the point where you are consumed. Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you have a girlfriend? Okay, not yet. Have you had a girlfriend before? Yes. Have you noticed that when you are with your girlfriend, time passes? It just, has he spent 3 hours? You don't check time when you are with what you love. I hear you, sir. So love it enough to sustain you. Go ahead. Did it make sense? So you see, these 3 things, love it, be gentle around it, because it's a process. You don't plant a seed now and it germinates. What do you do? See, let me tell you, if you want to change your life, start planting trees. If you come to my office, every little thing container I have, I'm planting. When I look at them, I see how they are growing. It's my friend that taught me that. Like, this one I've done in my toilet. Every day I'll go and check it. It's growing. I just put water. That's observation. And I'm sure when that my friend comes to see me again, he will say, hey, yes, I have learned, I've adopted. That's what it's observation, internalization, interpretation, and adoption. Yes. Plants. Trees can teach you a whole lot.
My question is, from the start, I love the starting, very great and interesting. Now, my question is, I'm wondering the issue of the man at the pool. If he had intention, he believed somebody was going to come and pull him into the well, what could have been the reason for some expression of doubt when eventually saw the help? It was like, nobody came here to help me. If he knew that, what made him kind of express that?
Now, this is the problem about outcome. Outcome are usually a specific idea how it should come. Do you understand? That's why I say your disappointment is not what happened. It's just how it should happen. That's why people are see their miracle. They don't know it's their miracle. Because they already have a fixed attachment on how it should come. So they will see the miracle. They will say, are you the miracle? So, you see, that's why when we say outcome is a gift, it makes you to give you an open, broad mind. Because you say, he is the one who do exceedingly, abundantly, above. So you don't know how. The how I don't know. Paul said, I have planted. Apollos watered. Who give the increase? John the Baptist, he can't receive anything good except he given for him from what? Above. Every good and perfect thing come what? So mine is to what? Believe. That's all in this state. Because your answer, life answer will be based on the state of your mind, not based on your wish. That's why you can be wishing for promotion, but you don't believe the promotion. Oh, you can be wishing that I'll get a husband, but yet in your heart, all bad men are all bad. So what are you? So you are now, I am hoping for a job, but if you know no man in this Nigeria, nobody. So a counter, that's not faith. Faith means I am it, pa. Do you understand?
Yes, okay. Another one is on the worldview. Now, what are the drivers for worldview?
Let your identity drive you. If I get into a space now, you know what? I've told you like this. My leadership is my identity. And I did not know that I was a leader until last year. Until I got a phrase in Isaiah. Frankly, I didn't know. Until I get a phrase, and that phrase told me, hey, you are an example of a leader. A prince and a commander of the people. My God, now it now become a phrase. You see how I internalize it. And what is leadership for me? Leadership intention is to bring order to disorder. So it means that my perspective to everything that seems to be a challenge is like a disorder. What am I? I need to lead it. That's why I need to lead my kitchen to order. That's why I need to lead my room to order. That's why I go to, when people are in crisis, what do? I don't judge them. I say, how can, if I get to traffic now, how do I lead myself to this order? I'll just say, thank you, Father, for the peace of this place. No agitation. Because once you agitate, that place will be stuck. But when you say, order, the place will move. Your identity must shape your perspective. I am the resurrection and the life. I am light. That means if I see darkness, I won't focus on darkness. I focus on what? Who am I? I'm a provider. You know why school fees sometimes is a pressure to men? Overwhelming me. Overwhelming, you're not functioning, you're not flowing from your identity. I'm a provider, I'm a protector. Right? You see how it shaped me. So now people can't reason what they are doing, what they're doing. Reason I pay salary where I want to pay salary is because here, that's who I am. I don't pay salary because you did what you want to do. Because most of them doesn't deserve it. We know that half of them doesn't deserve to be paid. But hey, I cannot be you. I am me. I'm accountable to me. That's integrity. That's what I call self-referencing. That's what we call self-honor. That's what I call it what is called self-care. Self-care is not all the cosmetics. Self-care is the ability to guard your mind, mentally strong, emotionally controlled, and authentically living. That's what self-care is. So now perspective must be driven by your assignment. If I get into you, I'm not going to talk about what you're going to do for me. You have your own assignment. I have my own assignment. That's why I said, Bible says, submit ye to another. Recognizing your strength, recognizing my own strength. How do we co-merge and co-create with each other? But forcing people to obey me, Before I used to ask them, hey, people are not coming for Standout. I have paid money. I have done everything I need to do. I have published. We have done everything. I cannot force them to come. If one person comes, then hallelujah. If they don't come, it's okay. Have I done my own? Yes. Will I be accountable that they didn't come? No. Are you listening to me?
Yes, yes. I'm listening because it's a practical class and it's life related. Now, because why I said that is, now you see environment, would you say that drives perspective? Because you talk about your father.
Forget about environment.
Yes.
I always say that if environment drive perspective, why is it that all the people are in church are not holy? Why is it that all the people are not faithful? Why is it that all the people are here are not truthful? Is it not true that it's okay? If environment drive perspective, how come all the people in GRA are not billionaires? Okay, if environment affected, why is it that house help continue to steal? You see, it's the identity that is driving them where they are. Right? You see now, you see that my office they're admiring. You've been to my office. You see how simple it is. Another person get into that office, it will change. Why? His identity will show there. So identity is the driver. If you get your identity right, you get your life right. Because your identity will form your assignment. And your assignment is what you shape your focus. Oh, like somebody said, I deserve honor. It's a lie. Me, I am honor to give you honor. So imagine mortgaging myself for you to greet me. I will first of all greet you now. If I greet you, is there any problem again? Then the other people that you give shoe or you give something, you say, I have not seen you wear the cloth. Come and take it back. So you're a giver, now you're a taker. And people say also, that's why I'm telling you. Let me tell you, I said this thing to some place. I say, for some of you growing, school fees is not an investment. It's a responsibility. I'm investing so that they come and take care of me. You would be disappointed. A part of my responsibility, in fact, planning for my future, too, if there's anything like this, is also my part of my responsibility. Just in case that you have your own agenda and end. But that's why parents are frustrated. They take them, you see this thing they are going to overseas? They go there and say, no, Daddy, that's your responsibility. Did you bring me to this world? I didn't bring myself. You have your problem, I have to deal with it. I will deal with my problem, deal with their problem. So because I can't be a father and be a son. Do you understand? My responsibility is to honor you, to cherish you, to give you direction. To take the direction is a responsibility. I can't force it. Are you getting it? So my commitment is to enlighten people. It's you that will be enlightened though. But my question will not be, did you give them what I gave you? Yes, I have given it to you. What did you do with it? One more, a lady should ask a question, we close.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, one lady should ask a question. There's a more. No, before. A lady, no lady. Lady, you did nothing. Question. Tizara. Yes. Okay, yes. Thank you for coming. Good to see you, finally. Please, can we give her a round of applause? She's been supporting our boy child.
Okay. So my question is, can one be devoted and dedicated with isolation? Is it possible to be, should I say, secluded or isolated, but at the same time dedicated and, devoted to a cause?
Yes. Okay, let me explain this, okay? If you are maybe the first son or first daughter, and maybe for instance, your parents passed on, the responsibility lies on you, right? You see that most times they struggle because of the burden. Do you know that sometimes you can take a break, forget all your siblings, establish yourself, then you can drag them out. Because if you are still dragging them most times, unless you're already firm, you always almost be at the same time. It's not that you are wicked to let them go, but just sometimes say, give me a break. Let me find myself. Because if you don't find yourself, that's confusion. But once you find that, bring that clarity, they will now see that there's an example to follow. That's part of that isolation. There are times that you have done everything you need to do. You have done everything. Please take a break. I learned that from a concept from the Israelis. They say, eat, stop, and replant. Eat, stop, and replant. Nigeria, we don't like to take a break. Don't point my hand at me. But sometimes after you have done everything, resign. The best way to develop yourself is in isolation. The best time is when you are alone. Frankly, what I've done in 8 years, I wouldn't have done it. Within 7 years, I've done remarkable things. Went back to school, finished my master's, finished my PhD. I couldn't have done that if I was in a certain encumbad. So that's why isolation sometimes just becomes a blessing. So when the Bible says all things work together, in fact, you cannot really develop yourself in crowd. Have you noticed that most bosses, where their offices are? Up, isolated. They don't think like the crowd. They think in isolation. And it's isolation that bet a lot of things. There are times like as a parent, you have done everything, you're overwhelmed, right? Call your brother. Let them take your children away for 2 days. That isolation will rekindle you and refire you. So it's good to take isolated a bit. You want to say the last question? Thank you. Really thank everybody that had come today. It's massive for you. We want to grow this. We want to really grow there. Let more people hear the truth and be liberated. Okay, sir.
Sir,
In the course of the lectures, you said that we should always try to focus on one goal. So what if the kind of personality or the type of person you are or want to be requires you to have more than one aim?
What I call Messi, what do you know? Eh? Do you know that he has another business? Oh, you don't know? Go and research now. What I call Ronaldo, what do you know? Eh? Davido. Be known for one thing, then spread. Right? When you talk about this guy now that is chairman of Seplat, what's his name? Where did he start? It's the City Bank, and it's this bank that's giving him the access to whatever he's doing. That's his identity. Have you seen the guy that was selling diesel? What's his name? What do they know them? If you look at the oil, diesel, what has he done? He has moved into the banking sector. What is he doing? He's using the banking sector to fund energy. One. Stay one. When you find the root, then you now find the branches. What happened? That's why most people have multiple business. They are known for nothing. I'm not saying I do multiple business. I'm doing business. But everybody knows what I do. Oil and gas. Or trading. In fact, I would have grown further if I was focusing on trading or oil and gas. I can tell you. Because now, it was by accident. And I paid for it. People stole money. And if not the source of the oil and gas, it wouldn't have been sustained. Are you getting it? So that's the root. Oh, multiple, it kills you faster. There's no momentum, there's no mass, there's no strength. It leaks. But stay as a speaker, you'll be profound. Stay as a mental health person like this, like my friend who is mental. Everybody knows her. The day she wants to do fashion, hey, nobody will know about fashion. But you can also be a fashion. But yet, stay there. It's good, guys. Stay. Me. There's what I call fluid intelligence. Fluid intelligence when you know you have a gifting. If you don't work the gifting and bring the momentum, then you can't characterize what it means that you can now multiply it. Do you understand? But focus on one gift. Amplify it. It gives you access to branches. Start with one branch. Develop the branch before you have another branch. Before you have another branch. Multiple, but okay now, my shop is small. Hi, it killed us when we started MD Mart, I lie you not. We were buying everything. Everything in that place. Kakaraka. Multiple dimension, cocoa. But when we focus on Hayat, we build a brand. While we're there, other brands started coming. Like now we're added to Lonto. They came to us. They have seen our pedigree. In fact, the guy that I worked with 14 years ago came back after 14 years. He has monitored what we have done. He said, okay, can we give you this? That's why it's important to be known for one thing, and then spread out. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Stand out. I'm tempted to say let's pass the offering background. Because, this is what you get from masterclass. Let's put our hands together again for Dr. Patrick. So please listen to the following announcements. We'll meet on the first Saturday of every month for Standout with Dr. Patrick Uduma. And then we also meet on the second and fourth Sunday of the month by 5:30 p.m. for Leadership Executive Class. And the fourth Sunday is usually held online via Instagram. In order to help us remember and celebrate your birthday, kindly send your picture to the media team lead at least 1 week before your birthday. And this will enable us to celebrate you properly in the community. Tune in to 92.3 FM Nigeria Info every Saturday morning at 9:15 to listen to Dr. Patrick while he speaks. Now join us every Friday by 6 p.m. for an enriching 1 hour live with Dr. Patrick Uduma. Please follow us online. We're online, Facebook, YouTube, and then that's our website, www.soistandout.com. Follow Dr. Patrick, and then follow us on Facebook at So I Stand Out. Kindly follow Dr. Patrick, and if you want to see him, that's his number, and then you call. Boy Child, I think. Okay, sponsorship, please. This is very important. We appreciate sponsorship for this. This costs a lot of money. And so we'd love for us from time to time, just put in, you can even screenshot this, have it on your phone. And when you have something, please, we appreciate that. No. I want to talk about Boy Child, Patrick.
Moving to stand out. It will shock you what that guy knows. We have school fees to pay for them. For me, it was difficult for me to talk about people joining this. But what we do with them is massive. If you visit us and see what the Boy Child is all about, you'll be happy. Because, hey, they are missing a lot. So we're just saying, okay, please sit and think. If you work in an organization, they're promoting girl child. We're not in competition. But they were training more the girls. They were not training the boys. And we're useless. And we're boxing you people. But here, we don't want to box you. We want to take care of you. So if you have any company, they call it PR or some sort of, please, yes, yeah. But developing them. And we also we're recruiting new people for a new section. We usually allow them to run 6 months and all that. Then we still keep them in a community. So you see, they'll come back. Last time we just did a promotion. One of them got 50K, the other one 25, I think 25 as well. So it's something we want to really continue to promote them. So in case you have a brother, anybody, uncle, who can sponsor it, or you work in NDDC, or the bank anyway, just please sponsor it. So we just want to create a balance between the trained girls and the trained boys as well too. And we're accountable. Whatever we do here, we're accountable. We don't use your money for anything. It's specified as well too. And you can actually ask for how the money is spent every day. Every time we bring them, we spend almost like 100K. Because we need to bring them from several places as well too, and all that. Yeah, but the other people that will have to pay, maybe their medicals, visit them, adopt them, pay school fees as well too, and all that. Yeah, he will say he has money. No, it doesn't have to do. I volunteered other organizations massively, and I see the benefits. So if your money if your leg cannot reach, your money can reach now. Do you understand? So thank you so much. The Boy Child is something. If you have a boy child, between 9 and 20, please bring them. We'll take care of him. Okay. Thank you so much. Did you have a good time? Yes, thank you so much. Will you drag another person in August? In August, we're doing what we call August